Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
We are live.
Yes.
Wow,
Early,
early. 9 o'clock is early for Dan. It is
generally speaking,
actually.
yeah. But
Lately, it's been like 11 o'clock. So,
you had a timer for this one, and I obviously screwed things up by being late. So I apologize for that.
I
But here
probably
we,
should have spent more time pulling stuff, but I'd rather just get it done now.
yeah.
So, how's it going?
Going all right. I can see things are opening up. The
Yes,
doors are open.
there's open doors for
Yes.
you to kiss D's nuts. Funny. Everyone's like, meme stocks are back. I'm like, okay. Not as well, maybe temporarily. So we have a few things to talk about. It's been a good week.
Hmm.
Been a very good week. A lot of companies I like are doing really well right now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm happy. Um, what's coming up? Tractor Supply. Was that today? I don't know. I'll look. Um, don't have all the
You look
time in
for
the
it.
world. Look
Yeah.
at some earnings. So the before we start the freaking Trump JPow. Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah. Yeah. The memes out of that one.
Oh my god. Oh, do I got a video? No, it's the Fed building. The paper.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Plenty of meme templates off that one.
Oh, for God's sakes. Um damn. I should have pulled it up first. It was hilarious. Trump brings up he's like, "Oh, it's 3.1 billion dollars. It's over budget." And then JPow's like, 3.1 billion. What are you talking about? Gives him a piece of paper, which he did that once before and got weird looks from an interviewer. He's like, "Oh, you added a third building into this number. That's not right." He's like, "Well, yeah, a building you're going to build." He's like, JPow's like, "We built that fucker 5 years ago." So, oh, you can't even make this up.
Can't win.
Yeah. So I just want to say, Opendoor's hilarious. I really enjoyed it all week. Friday through the beginning of this week. So I was mostly just watching. I did make one trade though. So it was fun. So
Yeah.
I don't know if
That's what you.
people remember. So if I pull up, okay, before we talk about volume, wait, what day was Friday? Let me get this straight. Timeline 18th.
Yep.
Okay, let me go back. Oh, I need 1 month. Let me look real quick. No, that's not the right.
Darn
Oh,
scale.
it's not going to show. Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember I was watching it, and I was like, "Oh, it's running away from me Friday. No play, right?" But then I'm like, right before closing, I remember this happened with Wall Street with GameStop. So right before closing, I don't know if you remember Friday, it started tanking,
Hmm.
and I'm like, okay, the day traders are cashing out. So this is kind of because I was like, if this doesn't happen, I'm not going to do anything. So I'm just watching it like 2:30 ish to the close.
Hmm.
So I remember the kind of this happened with GameStop, and it was like the hype train hits, right? And then at the end of the day, they sell off because they clear the books. A lot of
Yeah.
these traders. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but mom and pops and dads, people don't know this happened yet, right? They're gonna have dinner and talk about it, and they're gonna go on the internet at 8 o'clock. So I'm like, this thing's gonna pump over the weekends. So I jumped in at about 3 o'clock, around $2.95 when Opendoor was there. I bought some contracts, $2 strike, like 2 week expiration, a few thousand worth. So I'm like, the public doesn't know about this yet. They're gonna know this weekend. They're gonna pump it. So it starts going Friday, right? So I feel good. Monday morning,
Hmm.
it's up. So it's at like $3.80. So it's like good return, but not great. So then it's like, here's the conundrum. What do you do? Right. So I'm thinking it's gonna dump on freaking open. I'm just like, I think it's gonna. I think I wrote in my boomer guess. I'm like, it's gonna dump under 3 and then it's gonna rip. In the afternoon, I said, which turned out to be wrong. So I sold it. I saw it open at like 380, dropped to 370. I'm like, get out, get out. Just close all contracts, and then it's bottomed. So that's funny. So it wasn't bad. I think I cleared. I don't know what the percentage was. 30-40% maybe. That was fun. There's some other people that cleared ungodly amounts of money on this.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
But look at the volume. This is the always thing that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
Like when people think, oh, it's a short squeeze, right? You hear short squeeze all the effing time. Everyone talks about short squeezes. That's not a short squeeze. Like, look at the volume.
Yeah.
There's nothing short squeeze about this. It was just plain old fashioned momentum and volume. That's all. It's all these things ever are. It's volume of trading. So, like, even if it is a true short squeeze, where it's like, so you're saying there's hedge funds or super investors that are on the wrong side of their options play as all the money pours in. They correct that though, like that, right? I don't know why people in retail don't like the short squeeze can happen, but it happens in like 5 minutes and then it's gone. And then the rest of it's just retail buying, right? So, I mean, this just shows you right here. You like look at the volume related to the stock price. It's like perfect. Right when the spike, it's right there. Same spike and then the same drop off. So,
like don't get me wrong, I think Opendoor is around what 1.72 billion market cap.
Is that what it's at right now?
Roughly thereabouts.
Okay.
Like it's obviously in a vacuum by itself, like big number, but we're talking about a market cap in publicly traded equities. Like this, it's not very big. But most of the properly sized big boy hedge funds that do shorting, like they're not gonna have a meaningful amount, assuming that they're buttoned up. Because even I wouldn't.
So we got some people here. So I'm like, where did this come from? Like, can we piece this together? So here's a Wall Street Bets guy from 2 months ago. So Opendoor is the next Carvana. So I found that. I'm like, so I start Googling like Opendoor Carvana, like various parts of that term. I'm like, is this what they're trying? Is this what they're going for? They're saying somebody's pumping this saying this is the next Carvana because Carvana 10x, right? From the bottom, or actually more than that. And then that led me to this guy. Led my investigation to this dude. So this guy is I did not know anything about this. So this guy claims, whether it's true or not, that he was like the one guy that bought Carvana at the bottom and held it and actually made the gains from it being at lows. And he started then talking about Opendoor as the next Carvana, and he says like he doesn't miss, and this is the next obvious super bag and 1000x and all that garbage. So he's pumping out a ton of tweets about Opendoor. So like, what's their thesis? So we can go. Here's some of the thesis. Some other guy. He kind of culminates it. Let's see. Why is everyone talking about this? This was 6 days ago. Over the past week, stock has jumped a bunch. There's a chance for a short squeeze. About 90% of the float is shorted, which is nothing. So August 5th earnings. Okay. So now they're talking about this. Apparently they're talking about a reversal of, this has been a garbage company for a long time, as a lot of us in CM are aware. Opendoor is an abomination. A lot of these e-buy or these iBuyer companies, like there's some that have failed. And a lot of them were failing last year because housing was terrible. Just the volumes were down. So housing prices were up, but volumes were down. A lot of people were on the sidelines. So it was not a good time to be in this type of business. And then also they, I don't know if you're like, they use debt, right? This company's not flush with cash. So they use debt to buy houses. They flip the house. They don't do any work. They do no work to the house. So they're not doing like renovations at all. They're just buying. They're trying to buy houses from desperate people. And maybe people that can't apply to the normal banking system, maybe somebody like that. So they pay you cash at a discount, and then they try and flip the house. So it's a shitty business. And he's probably saying, well, that this guy is like, well, that's not much a difference. It's the same as Carvana. Carvana is buying, cars at a cheaper price from people at a convenience, and then they're selling them at a profit. So he's like, it's the same business. I'm good at picking these. I mean, so there you go. That's what some combination of people pumping this thing have some sort of very shaky grounds for why it would move. And it's funny though, when they're talking about earnings beat, notice they're referencing EBITDA. So they're going to try and pump and say it's positive cash flow or positive income or whatever, positive cash flow or in business. It's funny because if you're buying houses to flip them with debt, surely you should factor interest into your calculations for the business. But no, these guys that want to pump it are going to talk about EBITDA because that doesn't factor in the interest cost.
Let's
Even though,
remove
don't you
that.
think if you're borrowing money to buy houses to flip them for profit, don't you think interest is an integral part of the business? Like, it's not some fringe side cost. It's part of the cost of doing business. And depreciation. So before, two of the most pivotal, costs of this type of a business, scrub those out. It's growing, right? Amazing. Accounting's awesome. So we'll see. And then I don't supposedly, I think Andrew said, what was it? Opendoor and Kiss D's Nuts, KSS for Kohl's,
Yes,
and then
and
D Nut for
Donut,
Krispy Kreme, because they all kind of ran. I mean, that might literally have been what happened to the other ones, but we're not getting into. I'm not talking about Krispy Kreme. So there we go. Nice pump.
Think of all the innovation that could be happening at Krispy Kreme, though, Dan.
Garbage.
The most impenetrable moat.
So here's what I did. There you go.
Yep.
Boom, boom. Got in, got out. So it doesn't show times. Sue me. I can't show what times it happened. So you doctored that, Dan. So anyways.
You've been known to do this. You've been known to have a little bit of fun with a little bit of money, like given where you're at.
I enjoy.
So
it's fun sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have a trading account. Okay. Maybe we can briefly talk. We're going to run through Tesla really quick. There we go. I love these charts are so cool.
Oh yeah, great infographic, like flowchart thing. Well, I don't know.
It gives you just the overview on for showing on YouTube. It's really really gets you to the point. But I mean, to no one's surprise, what a trash quarter. Again, I don't know if they ever have anything positive, but the only positive growth in their freaking business right now is services. That's it. Which, if you kind of think about it, that's not a good sign, right? That means that a lot of more Teslas need to be serviced, right? Does this mean that they're breaking, poor quality? So it's not, it's growing, but is that a good sign for the company? I don't know. But energy storage is down. Oof. So that's probably going to be a problem. This was actually the one positive they had last year, but all the credits are going to be gone soon. Credits for the wall batteries, the solar panels, right? The batteries, all that green credits are gone. I think September and December this year. So this is just the start of that deterioration. Leasing's down. Regulatory credits got cut in half. You will just mark that off completely. Yep. And sales down another double digits. But no one cares because Elon's going to sell 5 billion robo-taxis and, he's going to make 1 billion Optimus robots, replace everyone on Earth. So here we are. I just wanted to point to this one comment from the transcript. Is this Elon, right? Yeah, Elon. Boy, he rambles, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. So with the Optimus 3, this is Elon Musk, which is really the right design. It's it doesn't have at this point, there's no significant flaws with the Optimus design, but we're going to retool a bunch of things. Okay. So there's probably be prototypes of Optimus 3 end of this year and then scale production next year. So we're not even in production. Okay. We're going to try and scale Optimus as fast as possible. Okay, cool. To get to 1 million units a year as quickly as possible. We think we can get there in less than 5 years. It's my guess, or it's my sort of guess. There's a reasonable aspiration, 1 million units a year in 5 years. It seems like an achievable target. 1 million Optimus robots. Okay. Selling them at like 40,000 each. So what do we were just like pegging in like $50 billion of Optimus revenue in 5 years. I mean, from 0 to 50 billion, sure. If you're a Tesla bull, pump it. There we are.
I will give them credit on one thing, which may be a positive sign on that service revenue.
Yes.
Page 16 out of their PDF that you're able to download, the shareholders deck.
Mm-hmm.
The diner's open.
Oh, the diner.
Yeah. So Elon delivered.
There we go. He delivered.
Yeah.
Are we going to have 1,000 diners? In 2 years, right? Let's just throw numbers out like they always do. Sure. Yeah. Every city will have a Tesla diner. So that's the business we're in. Even Jeremy Lefebvre is fucking hammering this company. So it's really funny right now. Just like an abomination of a company. Like, and this, you look at Tesla and you're like, it's selling at like what, 180 PE right now? It's just crazy. And then they're like, oh, robo-taxis are actually on the road. Well, so I was trying to pull some of the source documents. They're ugly as hell. I can't get them to look right. Like it's shit like this. Okay. So you don't want to look at this. So Texas instituted new rules about robo-taxis. Some of these rules are from Texas and also the National Highway Transportation Safety Board, so federal. But they talk about having multiple redundant systems to be considered a full self-driving car. So it doesn't specifically say that you can have cameras and LiDAR, right? It just says like multiple safety systems they want to see, or redundant, I think it was. So people are theorizing, they got to write regulations to figure out what these terms mean. Because for people, a law is written and then regulations are created by departments, whether it's state or federal. So some department's going to write a regulation on this, which we don't have yet. But if you consider redundant multiple systems, some people were saying you could consider the cameras and the microphones 2 systems in a Tesla. But maybe they're going to write the regs, say, no, it's got to be LiDAR. It has to be LiDAR and a camera. That's 2 systems. So that's going to be a problem potentially for them. Also, the laws they wrote, from my understanding, they need 3 years of data before they can even try and go for no driver, for like on like what Waymo has. So Tesla was selling, okay, there's those safety drivers in the robo-taxis, right? Every one of them has a guy in the front. They're like, oh, we're just doing this to be super safe. It's like, no, they're doing it because they literally have to. They have no choice. They have to have a person in the front. And my understanding, it's at least 3 years for them to even apply to go to like Waymo's level, where they can actually have like autonomous with no one in the front. So they're at least 3 years from even applying for that status. And I don't think different states a lot of this is from the federal side, not just the states. I think they're all going to be like this. So I see people with like 6 months or a year robo-taxi, blah, blah, blah. Or, oh, look, they're expanding the area. They can expand the areas all they want. But the actual concept of actually like an autonomous vehicle with no guy in the front, you're years and years away from that. Like, I guess they could expand the fleet of these cars with a dude sitting there that has to push the stop button when it fucks up. But, as you see from their earnings, that model's not doing well. They're losing their fucking, everything's like negative. So this model's not working. I mean, all at this point is just driving excitement, I suppose. But and it's funny, someone was pointing out it looks like Teslas are going around when they map new areas, they have to use LiDAR, it looks like. So they have it looks like they have LiDAR sensors on top of Teslas to go to new areas of Austin to map the areas for the cars, which is kind of funny since Elon hates LiDAR if they're using it to map pre-route the routes. But I mean, they're years and years and years away from, they're so far behind Waymo. It's just, I don't know how they catch up. And the problem I think they're going to have is they don't have the cash. The cash flow is dwindling very fast. I think someone else talking about the free cash flow of Tesla is just falling apart. I think it's been cut in half from last year to this year. Like they just don't have the ammunition. If this is an arms race between like the major tech companies and Tesla, I don't know. He's going to have to pay with like equity. But they're not going to win it. The free cash flow race, they're going to fall behind if this is an arms race. So anyways, no one cares what we think of Tesla. They're just going to buy it anyways, you know. Who was it that bought it? It was a Mitt. I think it was a Mitt. Right?
Did he?
He put a big post about it, I think. No. He posted, I think, a week ago that he bought it. Maybe it won't come up. I messaged under and I'm like, I was just so disappointed because like he had Palantir, he has Hood. I think he has a good thesis. Those investments have worked out. So he's done well with it. And then Amit all of a sudden out of nowhere, like posts that he's going to buy Tesla. And then it's like an entire tweet of the same word vomit that we've heard from all these other, you know, bullish Tesla accounts, right? Like FSTOP everywhere. There'll be 1 billion robots everywhere. Like all this hopium about Tesla. And I'm like, man, you did so well with fucking, like you had solid foundations for the Hood and the Palantir investment. And it's like, why? Why do you have to go to the Tesla part? Because you need the engagement. So, you know, because Tesla, if you're a Tesla investor, it allows you that engagement that you can talk about Tesla all the time online and you're going to get the views and you're going to make a lot of money. So in the end, it doesn't matter what the investment does. It can just bounce up and down. So there's Alan. The Tesla robots don't do anything in the diner. It's all humans. What a joke. I thought they were really close to being ready. So, I mean, to me, like, I mean, we went over this on probably a few months ago. Jensen, when Jensen showed his vision of autonomous systems and AI, Jensen showed like he had a chart behind him that showed like language models, right, to robots, and he had like a projection of where it was going to go. And I'm like, I think NVIDIA is going to be the ones that do it, that are successful with robots and autonomy. I don't think it's going to be Tesla because NVIDIA's got the cash to do the development. They're focused on the software, which the software is what matters. A lot of companies can make a robot that's like Optimus. That's not anything new. Like, I mean, how many times we have to say this? Like actuators and electric motors is nothing new. It's all about the software. So NVIDIA is focused on the software and they have partners. They're going to make partnerships, I think, with manufacturers to do the robot part, like Toyota.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know why everyone thinks it's going to be Tesla. Like, I don't think it's necessarily a positive that it's all in-house. They don't have partners. So they have to fund all the CapEx. You know, they can't share that burden.
Yeah. You don't need to win and get more cash flow by like having the entire robot. You could just have one specific part or parts that whoever wins, so long as it's good, they're going to use it. And as long as you don't burn over relationships, like they'll keep buying it.
Yeah. So I would have people think
NVIDIA is perfectly positioned for.
I would just tell like, don't just think it's they think, oh, it's Tesla or robots will succeed and Tesla will skyrocket or nothing. It's like, no, take the company out. Like, okay, if autonomy, yes or no, but then secondarily, who's going to win that race? Like, because it's two questions. It's a 2-part question. It's not a 1-part question where I think people can't get through that part. Lincoln, what is up? Man of the hour.
Yep.
So there's Tesla. So we should get to the star of the show.
The star. Which one?
Dun, dun, dun,
Northrop.
dun, 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 dun. My time has come. Okay, we'll go to it.
Indeed, your time definitely has come.
I didn't have time to pull up the financials, but I read some of the transcript.
Mhm.
So, admittedly, this has not been the greatest investment. I bought it like 440, 450 years ago. Now we're finally, I think, see, I've been holding this for a while, but I mean, I think I've talked about like on CM with Fabio. I think we did like years ago. The
Yeah.
idea was that a lot of Northrop's got its fingers in like all of the fucking growing parts of the defense budget. That's originally the thesis. So like we could look at like when I looked at the budget like 3 years ago, you could see like Northrop had a piece of all of it, and the arsenal or precision missiles, space program, nuclear deterrence triangle, the three different parts. Like they're part of all of like the defense industry and the most high tech parts of it. And then the moat of the B2. So when Trump used the B2s, the bomb Iran, I felt friggin', I'm like, I got this now. This is my time coming because people now realize that this is an irreplaceable tool that is so valuable in the United States. Like no other country in the world has aircraft carriers and then number two, stealth bombers, the capabilities of what the B2 and hopefully 21. I mean, they could fly around the world and drop like what 40,000 pounds of bombs on anybody in the world. Like it's terrifying, like the power we have with those things. So that I've just always loved Northrop. I'm not selling it. I have no plans of selling it. Someone asked me because it's at all-time highs. But I think the story for Northrop is just getting started. You have the B-21 program that I think from my understanding, they're accelerating the B-21 development now. I think the original push out was going to be like 28, maybe 2030. They're talking about next year bringing B-21s online. So you're going to have the build out of the B-21 fleet. You're going to have also the service costs of the B-2 fleet at the same time. Remember, this sounds like the Curtis Wright setup, doesn't it?
Yep. Yep.
This is
Only
like
this
literally,
one actually has.
if I played people the Curtis Wright, it's literally the Curtis Wright thesis. Like older technology moving into the new technology, moat company, no one else can do this work. Timelines are like decades in the future. So I feel really good about this. Lockheed Martin, I'm probably gonna I'm gonna start selling it. I'm done with this. I think they're never gonna have of the F-35. That's never happening again. A joint strike fighter, it's not happening again. So
Yeah.
I don't think they're going bankrupt, but I could argue their best days are behind them within my lifetime. So earnings wise for Northrop, we can see earnings per share beat and revenue surprise beat. They've had a lot of problems with manufacturing. So as with typical developments of weapons in the United States, it goes like shit. It never goes right in the United States. It's always overpriced, delayed, problems, blah blah. But I knew they'd have to figure it out because there's no one else that can build the B-2 stealth bombers. They have to figure it out. So they'll figure out the problems and they'll get more efficient building them as they start. That's how every weapon system goes.
Mhm.
So Northrop's going to increase revenue and they're going to decrease costs as they start going out. They are also doing the fitting out of the new ICBM program, the Sentinel missile rockets, or
Yep.
the ICBM program. There's a lot of money going into that too. And again, nobody else can do this. They also have unmanned program that no one really talks about, but they do like unmanned robotics in like the ocean. So sneakily, very happy about that. I don't know you haven't held it, so I mean it's all time highs, so it'd be a tough pill to swallow at this point.
Yeah, but it's definitely earned its position.
I know people don't want to believe this, but this is probably the most technologically advanced company in America, in my opinion. Sorry,
It's got to
Tesla.
be high up there for sure.
I mean, yeah, the
Easily.
technology they have in this company, I would argue it's second to none. So
Yeah.
that's part of the thesis too. You're invested in the most technological, this is as high tech as it gets, in my opinion. The satellite and the missile technology and the stealth programs. So there we go. Proud to be an American. Should we rest in peace, Hulk Hogan? So
Oh yeah. Him and Ozzy. Well, Ozzy wasn't American. No, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a sad day for millennials.
Yep.
I remember watching Hogan. I would go to Blockbuster and get WrestleMania tapes because I couldn't do
Oh
pay-per-view.
yeah.
So I'd go to
That's a good point.
Blockbuster when it would come out, and I would get the VHS tapes and then
Mm.
watch, WrestleManias with my friends. So, and then I remember Hogan, Andre the Giant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, freaking, it was so good. I didn't watch the NWO crap. I didn't watch that. That
They
wasn't my.
had a good run. It's just, good God, the people behind the scenes royally screwed that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next? Should we talk about Decker?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let me pull.
Something that is currently winning as we were speaking earlier.
People always like, you talk about something, I can't buy this. It's like, I don't know. These are companies I've talked about for a while on Discord. I don't know what to say. Like, now I've been banging. You can say, how long have I been banging the drum on Decker and Capital Mindset? Months.
Yep.
Months. I've been saying it. Anybody asks me about Decker, I just like, you should buy it. Look, are you still in it? I'm like, yeah, I'm in it, fucker. Like, of course I am. Like, you're looking at a company that is double-digit growth. Their growth is not slowed down because of like tariffs, macro issues, all the other stuff that's hit consumer discretionary like companies, that some of them have got really clipped by all this macro events. Throughout all that, and Nike getting obliterated, Decker is still like, yeah, we're growing 15%. They haven't revised, and they got punished just like every other company. They got punished when they all went down. All the fashion companies, Lululemon, all of them all got brutally killed. So this is like, all right, this is your point, retail people out there, all you people out there. Whole industry gets obliterated by macro events. Okay, all of them. This is when you pick the one that's the right pick. Which one is the winner? Which one actually did get unfairly, sold off? Which ones got fairly sold off? Because when bad shit happens, not everyone comes out unscathed. So that's when you got to look, hey, who's got the debt that, they can't afford to take a big drop in revenue? Who's cutting their guidance? Who couldn't manage their inventory? That's a big sign with companies like this. Whose inventory went out of whack, which means they have to do write-downs. Nike. So I believe, and I still believe, it's a $200 stock. I don't understand why it has a multiple of like 18. It was like 14 or 15 at one point, I think, or maybe 16. I mean, to me, it's like, if you want to look at this should be like a multiple of like 25. So I think this is like a $200 company. I mean, they have still macro problems, right? There's countries they manufacture in Asia that we don't have trade deals with yet, which is still a problem, and a question mark. But I think this company is going to overtake Nike as the biggest shoe company in the world. So I think they're on. I mean, we've looked. Nike's losing double-digit growth.
Oh yeah,
Nike's losing double-digit shoe business quarter after quarter. Like every quarter, they lose 10-12% shoe business. Decker's gaining 12-15% shoe business quarter after quarter. Like, I wish I tried to find a chart to show it. I couldn't find a chart that worked, but the difference is stark. Like, there's two directions here.
Oh yeah, that very much so.
I mean, if you'd picked On was the winner of the three, but I think Decker's got a better story long term because they have more brands. It's not one brand. It's a family of brands. So if one of them's a little out of fashion, I think they can adapt, and they've proven that they can adapt to me. So we'll see. I think it's a good long-term hold. At about $100, I had bought quite a bit. So I thought, I'm 117. I mean, do your own analysis, people. Well, obviously there's risk factors. Trump could do anything in the world, for God's sakes. Deck is a buy at 100. Dan. Yes,
this is true. Actually,
I will. You will take that bet.
Yeah.
Is it my favorite investment? No. I mean, it's
No,
lower
yeah.
dollar amount because that's about the best I think you'll get. You'll get a double maybe out of it. But so far, I didn't go to this part. Okay. But you can see like this is just fucking phenomenal. And it just blows me away. I mean, in what's happened this year with tariffs and war, uncertainty of Trump coming in, through all that, you know, net sales double digit, even more because or guidance was 15%, right? They're surpassing that even. Hoka almost 20%, UGG 18%. Like this is phenomenal. They manage their inventory well. Their direct sales, so a little disappointing in that, but mind you, direct sales for Nike are an abomination, as we know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, and I don't think I'm not necessarily at the point where I say direct sales are the future of the shoe business. I don't.
No,
I don't
would,
think that has
yeah.
to be crazy growth. I'm not
Yeah.
convinced people would always buy internet shoes on the internet. I don't think that's necessarily the future of this business.
You want to be judicious in this space as far as like who you partner up with your
Yeah.
channel.
So
your
gross
distribution.
margins were going
Yeah.
up.
Mhm.
They're cutting SG&A costs. This is a very, very well-run company, I believe. So everything's trending the way I want. If the stock dropped back to 100, people, oh, look, you're wrong, Dan. It's like, no, nope, don't believe you. This might be a 5-year hold. Sometimes things don't go up right away. So
Yeah.
if this goes to 200 in 4 years, it's a successful investment.
Yeah,
I think people's time horizons sometimes get out of whack because you're constantly getting new ideas on the internet.
Mhm.
You're being bombarded with new investment ideas all the time. So some people will say, "Oh yeah, long term, I'm totally okay with a 5-year hold," and we know a lot of people just don't. They're not equipped for it. So you make your decisions.
Yeah, like because I get that some people only care about the chart, and if that's you, by all means. It's just that like from the perspective of you owning a company or being a partial owner of a company, owning a profitable company for 5 years doesn't sound half bad, assuming that the price is all right. I
Mhm.
mean,
Oh, by the way,
Fabio's
Fabio
back.
is back,
Yep.
people.
Yeah, he's back. The
I
market did
asked
not
him if he was
crash.
going to do any content. He has not responded. So I tried. He
Fabio, the
said,
market didn't crash. The puts I bought are
I asked him
worthless.
if he was going to do a live stream, and he's like, "I'm rich, bitch."
I joke, by the way.
Yeah.
No puts were bought.
Okay. So I am happy about that.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say about Decker. The growth,
Good company, growth, profitable, been
double-digit growth,
profitable.
even in
Yeah,
shitty times like right now.
yeah,
What would make them accelerate their growth right now? I mean, we need clarity on like we need like where do they manufacture? Vietnam. We need more clarity on some of these tariff deals, which I don't think is so essential because they're still being able to grow through it. So there it is. All right. Next, DR. Oh, okay.
DR Horton.
Give me a second.
No, Fabio's scrolling on his bed.
Still recovering.
Yeah, yeah. Fabio's at that age where he's starting to feel the effects of travel.
Oh, what's the damn ticker? DR Horton.
DHR, I thought.
There you go. DHI.
Oh, I screwed it up. My bad.
Let me pull it. Transcript. They better have it. I read it somewhere else. Okay, should pop. I try and play the sound bites, but then it's like it doesn't save where you actually are.
Yeah, and navigating to like a specific timestamp is pain.
So I talked about this, and for people who don't know, I have a channel, the Boomer Stock Dungeon. Come down if you want. It's where the alpha of capital mindset. Hey, wait, where's your performance? We should show our performance. Wait, send it to me. We'll show both that chart.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want an updated one? Because the other one I had isn't that like old.
It's a week ago. Yeah, you can send me the same one.
Okay, yep, I'll do that then.
Let me pull my.
Do. I'll go both year to date and max as I can.
Wait, why can't I?
I love that I named them ASDF1 or ASDF PNG.
Where is that? Okay.
Yeah, it's in the
Wait,
group
which
chat.
the first one?
First one's year to date. The second one is as max as I can because Schwab acquired TD. So
I'll do
during
the
that time frame, yeah. And I want people to know, like, I've made some royal screw ups this year to date, like really bad screw ups. So there's like some big muscle moves that other people have capitalized on, and they should be beating me.
For people, I can only show 1 month because I switched over to Fiddly like a month and a half ago. So
Yeah, I was gonna say
literally all I have to show you.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's bacon.
Yep. Simple year to date.
Year to date, crushing.
It's been pleasant surprise.
Okay.
The thing that I take away also
21%.
is drop.
There you go. He's
Yeah,
doubling the market.
The drop that I've suffered. Good takeaways and bad takeaways, and things to improve on. So,
A little bit of
plenty of
honey
things.
singles there. A little bit of Coupang.
Yep. Those things definitely helped.
So here's my 1 month on my trading account.
Yeah.
This is like Jesus, ANET, TSSI.
Yep.
TSSI sold, and then I went back in on contracts.
TSSI is the one
Opendoor, one trade. What else?
One of them I screwed up.
I had a United Health. I maybe I'm the only one that made money in United Health. I mean, we talked in the group chat, right? When it went to 250.
Yeah.
I'm like, it went so low so fast. It was like the shit stock rebound. Like Jesse and me bought it, and it went to I said like 300, and then who the fuck knows, which kind of worked out actually. So yeah, it's been a good. I mean, I don't have year to date. I can't pull the Fiddly. I have no access anymore. So
yeah, it's fine.
Yep. So anyways, we're frauds. Gil is pissed off right now, even though he's in the background blocked.
I mean, like people,
like, you're a fraud. It's like
people should be outperforming me. Like there are some major meme stocks if that's your style and jam, and
yeah,
even
mine's
if we
like
have
a mix
overlap.
of small trading and then some. They're not long term.
Yeah. Like I made
trade. That's mostly just swing trading account. That's not the dividend account. Is like it's doing its thing. I mean, I don't even know if it's probably underperforming the S&P, my dividend account, because it's not the point of it. So
so
anyways, here we go. So I caught this. So we're back to DR Horton's earnings pivot. DR Horton did really well. They surprised everyone. You go look at the chart, stock ripped. I'm not in DR Horton for people to know, but I looked at their transcript and I was reading. I wanted to look at their guidance, and then when I was reading their guidance for the rest of the year, they referenced this 3.99% FHA. How this was such a big. Is he texting us?
Yeah, he pinged. He wants meme shared.
Where did my Discord it disappeared on me? Okay. Let me pull. What is this?
It's a silly meme. Someone's like S&P will be in a recession by June, or the US. And
I'll pull this.
Yeah.
There you go.
Silly.
I expect the US to be in recession by June. Oh no. The S&P is down 4% this year when measured in euros. Oof. There was someone else that is leaving. Was it Nomad Investor? He's leaving the United States. He's
Oh,
like
really?
liquidating all his U.S. investments for Europe, which Europe's doing all right this year, so
Yeah.
not the worst. But now we're sidetracked too. We're back. So for DR Horton, I'm like, okay, I looked at the guidance and I saw this 3.99. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because they multiple times in this they mentioned there's a 3.99% deal from FHAs, which were instrumental in their numbers this quarter, and they said it's been a very positive effect on their business. So I looked it up. So there was a promotional 3.99% FHA product that went out. People like got direct emailed this offer, and it was for like new home construction through certain lenders. And then you get 3.99. I think it was the first year, and then the second year it goes up 1%. And then there was like, then it's like there was some rules after that. So it wasn't like a fixed rate product, but they said very positive movement. So what I'm taking out of this, does this mean I want to buy DR Horton? Not really. This just tells me this is like a positive sign that there's people there ready to buy houses if the interest rates go down. Right.
Yeah.
So if they're saying this was a huge success, this promotional for people, what's it, 6.5%, 7% right now, see a 3.99 and they jump on it. And it's not even the permanent rate. It's like a promotional rate. So this is just these little breadcrumbs. I'm like, I think, so I asked the question, I'm like, is this the bottom? Should we be going into home investments now? So I've been tossing around. Obviously I have master brands, very small amount of builder first source, very small amount, not even worth talking about. So it's given me some thought. I think the demand is there. If they get rates down, if mortgage rates get down below 5%, I think how people, it's not just new construction. It's people moving, people downsizing, people going from starter houses to their permanent houses. I think there's just a lot of activity that's just on the sidelines because 7% is just soul crushing percentage for a mortgage. Like people are just not right, because you're going to have some friend in your group that has a 3% rate. And you're going to just sit there and you're going to be really salty about it. And you're going to be like, I'm just going to wait. I can wait another year or two, save some more money. And I don't want to get screwed when it finally drops, right? Because rates are 7%. Everyone's talking about them lowering. So why would you buy right now if people are talking about them going down? So I think it's there. Now for people, like, pick your housing tool, I guess, you want to buy the new house, DR Horton did well with this promotional because it was based on new construction. You could buy a supplier like Builders First Source. You could buy more boutique companies. There's companies that do flooring. There's cabinet companies, plumbing supply. I would just pick your weapon of choice. I think a lot of them will be actually the same thesis. If housing turns around, most of those companies will just do well. The ones you should buy right now probably are the ones that can protect themselves from if the downturn lasts another year or two. So I think this might be it. But I will have the biggest party in the world if Master Brand gets over 20. I'll tell you that. My time has come. So yeah, positive outlook. Their sales numbers, positive, better gross margin numbers. They had a good outlook, which was the first company that's actually had a good outlook on housing. That's why probably partially the stock was ripped up, because a lot of housing companies have just been very depressed. I mean, if someone out there wants to be the most degenerate play on this, it's probably Builders First Source. It's probably like, this company's a psychopath. Like this is like the company that's on fucking speed and cocaine at the same time, and then depressants, and then takes Ambien, all your pills. But they sell building supplies, and the volatility is just crazy, because we've seen it go from 200 to 100, back to 180.
Yep.
I mean, if you play your cards right on this one, and someone's going to look for a 2x mop version of this now. That's what someone's going to be like, Dan, you're a pussy. That's not enough. I need more volatility. Where's the 2x version of it? And then I want the
2x, go
yield max
3x.
version. I want more income.
Yeah.
So, who is here? I made a bit on UNH. Very good. So did
Yeah.
I. Oh, I didn't see that. He's only on X now. That's Khmer, probably. Can do a collaboration with Khmer.
God damn it.
Who else did I mix? UNH stock will prevail in Luigi we trust. Okay.
It's not my play. I'll say that.
I've been making fun of people. I'm just like, I don't. Okay. There's a, like, for Boeing, there's a set recovery, right? Because you could argue, okay, here's what people maybe are forget. Like, if you had just bought Boeing the first time the stock got obliterated on bad news, like, okay, you're talking like 2017 when the planes went down. How long's it been, right, for the recovery and some sort of thesis that made sense? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know what the recovery is for UNH. Where's it at? It got obliterated on that DOJ investigation again.
It's
Man.
not for me.
Oh, here's another one. Like, people are saying they're long term. I really doubt some people that say they're going to hold this thing for 5 years. Everyone says that. I'm a long-term investor. And then 5 months later, they never talk about the stock again because they probably sold it. So I find it hard to believe people will be that committed. And I think there's a lot. I mean, there's still investigations that can come out against this company. I think they're an evil. I think it's evil. Like, I don't know. I don't see it. And I think a lot of people just bought United Health. They're closet value investors. So they bought it because it's cheap. That's in the end. A lot of people bought it because it got obliterated. And they think, oh, I'm the guy that's going to time the bottom because I'm so good at investing. But they don't have like any sort of thesis to tell you what they think. What's the turnaround? How do they turn around? Don't give me fucking management guidance. Tell me actually how the business pivots from the problems they've had. No more investigations, the horror stories about patients, they get declined services. I don't think I don't see the recovery. The stock could recover, but I don't see the recovery anytime soon in the business. But this thing, oh my God. I gave Strongman a bunch of stuff to talk about. And I think like this is going to be the pump of the century. I'm pretty sure. This Oscar Health.
Oh, yeah.
There's some dirty pool going on here for all the freaking Twitter people just came out of the woodwork and everyone loved this company, right? And then you look, okay, they love it. And then you go watch their content. Well, why do they love it? And they cite like projections and guidance from management. There's no actual like there to their research. They don't look at anything. It's just they look at the presentation of the company. Then they spout some nonsense that the management had said. Maybe they look at an analyst or two, and then they're saying, look at the guidance numbers. Woo. It's like, okay. Because my understanding is there's some Affordable Care Act legislation that when it expires, they're going to get hit by that Oscar Health. And Trump is not extending anything from Barack Obama. Maybe I'll talk about this more different time. So back to DR Horton.
Yep.
So there's not much else. It's just
Horton
one of those breadcrumbs. People are very excited about lower rates. Sure. We'll see. I mean, a play in housing could be just the ETF. What's the builder ETF? Isn't it just homes?
Could be. I'm not familiar.
No. I'm gonna forget. There is one to play it. This one, XHB maybe.
Ooh, Spider.
I'm trying to think which one it was. Oh my God, really?
Direction with
Direction 3X. Of course they would.
It's always Direction.
I think it is this one. Yeah, it's a
I'm
Spider X
probably
XHB.
butchering the pronunciation. My
I mean,
apologies.
that might be the way you play it. This thing's gonna have all the holdings for housing to recover. I mean, yeah, you got a builder, supplier, builder again, paint comp or furniture, builder first sort. Yeah. So let's see what else. I thought about talking about Alti if Citizen's here, but I want to do a separate video. I was planning on maybe if I have time, do an actual video, not just a live stream, talking about Alti, because the amount of momentum into Alti right now is unreal. It's like all they talk about. Like they've all abandoned Misty to go to Alti now because they just flip investments. These high yield warriors, every month it's a new investment, but they always buy stuff like at the top. So whatever goes green, they all jump into it, right? Seems to be their strategy. So that probably should be enough because then I can pull some of the statistics about what's in Alti. I want to show people how the deltas and the betas look on some of the freaking holdings in there because it's some degenerate shit. I gotta tell you, if you look at the holdings of it, it's fucking nuts. If there's a downturn in the market, those people getting obliterated. But when times are good, times are good. So let's see. Will we get burned again on home building? You could. You very well could.
Oh yeah.
Dan, will the WiMAX coach come on your channel? Oh, that coach guy?
Yeah, the guy who was on Strongman's.
Yeah, I don't know. Do I really want to talk to him for like an hour? Dude, he made some fucking weird, creepy old man jokes on Strongman stream. Like
I didn't fully watch it.
I watched like 10 minutes of it, and then Kid Fresh, he sent me some clips. I'm like, oh my God. That's some nonsense. It's a sector issue. All of them are down.
Yeah, referring UNH.
Yes. Oh, we're talking okay, health insurance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the problem too. I don't think people like I don't know how you're going to model the effects of what happened to Medicaid. Because I don't think honestly the health insurance companies have fully absorbed what's going to happen due to that the big beautiful bill. But those changes to Medicare, like the work requirements and stuff, less people are going to be on Medicaid, right? Those guide revisions have not come about. We've not seen any, and those changes are going to be, I think they're like 2 years in the making because they've got to change the regulations about how Medicaid works. It's going to take some time, but it's going to be a rough road for all health insurance companies. A lot of money just got taken out of the health insurance industry, as in general from the budget. And I think people just jumping into a lot of these health insurance companies that also some of them have investigations. Some of them have questionable business practices. Also, there's like executive orders about pharmacies and costs of medications. It's such a messy place to be investing wise. I just don't think it's worth the time and effort to do it. So it could be 5 complete years to see this recovery. Everyone seems to think that UNH is going to go to $1,000 a share, something like that. If we get lower interest rates, the year of the REIT.
The capital mindset meme carries over to here.
I have one REIT, so I don't know. I think I'm going to get into REITs again. UNH does not care about Medicaid. Yeah, okay. Everyone cares about Medicaid. Come on. But okay, to a lesser degree, probably than some other players. Medicare Advantage is where you have a lot of denials, but that's not the case of corporate plans. I feel like Fabio wants to fight me on UNH. Maybe that's coming.
Future collab?
I don't know. I just don't think healthcare is investable. I don't know. Like, I don't think it's not going anywhere, but I find like the real opportunities I think are military data center investments right now. That's where the money's going, right? Data centers, fucking military. So follow the money. I think what you're going to get with healthcare is just efficiencies. And the bigger players can gobble up the ones that can't absorb these changes to Medicaid and Medicare. So some will succeed, obviously. But CM is on the UNH plan.
Let's go.
It is a 1-year problem. Well, we'll see if he's right.
It's like UNH specifically. They have other segments though that like I just don't know. I know I'm the sucker at the table, so not for me. That's
Yeah, I mean, the idea, if they're the better, more efficient player, they can gobble up the people that are going to get obliterated by the changes.
Yeah.
Or take over their market share. Yeah, maybe.
It's just weird though because like if like assuming Medicare doesn't affect them, which like when I last looked at UNH the best I could, like how is it that they were unprofitable then? Like that they got practically blindsided, or seemed like they were blindsided, and had this crash or rough performance.
Mm-hmm. They had to do revised guidance, remember?
Yeah, like that's where like I struggled to wrap my head around.
And there's cap, like they can only make so much money.
Mm.
So they have like capped returns, like utility. It's almost like utilities. Like it's not the sky's the limit with this industry. I don't know. I'd rather look elsewhere. It's kind of where I'm at. But I'm sure Fabio's going to do an entire UNH episode now.
Yeah, the entire industry. Again, like I mean, I know it's different insurance, but like using as an example, like Progressive quietly pulling out of California before other insurance players got blindsided, and like you can't really look around the corner at all, like as an entire industry. Like I'd like to believe that companies with billions of dollars in market cap would like at least one player would have like peeked around the corner and like no, again I don't know. I legitimately do not know enough to see how they got there and to trust if things can pull forward.
Do you remember like after
know.
COVID? So during COVID, a lot of these health insurance companies actually looked really good.
Yeah.
Because their medical expenses went down significantly because all the like surgery centers got closed, right? During COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So surgeries weren't happening, right? People weren't getting knees replaced, optional things, obviously not like heart attacks, but like all those surgeries were not happening, being delayed and so forth because of COVID. So their numbers looked really well. And then like after the end of the pandemic, it's like, oh yeah, people need to actually use their health insurance, duh. So all their expenses started climbing. Maybe the markets just did not realize that was coming. So now all of a sudden, all these surgeries got built up. You got the boomers retiring at the same time as all the demand that was pent up during the pandemic, for all these procedures and so forth. These players are just having a slight hiccup. Elevance is saying they will earn 30 EPS, 25. That's a cut, but it's not like it's dying.
Oh yeah. Like it's not dying. This is the entire industry in UNH probably are not dead. Like I'm not.
I mean, there's no Bernie Sanders national medical system there's nobody wants that in America. There's no taste for that, like a single payer system. So I mean, I'm saying there could be a recovery. I just don't find it that intriguing. I think there's better investment opportunities. I think HVAC's a better opportunity. Military, data, a lot of data center companies, both construction and so forth. I don't know. I think that's all I got. We're at an hour.
Yeah. We did it.
I can go prep myself for my next interview tomorrow for somebody. I'm interviewing for an auditor, people. So it's been a rough week. So the guy tomorrow apparently scared the secretary because he called her like 3 times.
The heck?
And she's kind of scared. So, so me or one of the other ex-military guys has to go get this guy to bring him to the conference room tomorrow. So, I don't think his chances are very good at employment.
It's,
I don't
is
know.
he the auditor that the movies are referencing?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to this because I enjoy awkwardness. So we've had some interesting interviews in the past. So the only one that really pissed my boss off, I've never seen her swear before, but this guy who just came and it was obvious he just wanted to leave work early and go home. Because it was like, so we try not to do afternoon Friday interviews to avoid people because state workers do that. I hate to blame you.
Yeah.
We'll take an interview at like 2:00 on a Friday so we can just go home after. Technically, you're not supposed. No, nobody cares though.
Yeah.
So, okay. I am ready to go. I'll play some games. What are you gonna do?
I think I have digging to do because Dow Inc. has fallen pretty hard.
Someone
I
said
don't
that.
have any
Fabio said that,
refined
right?
thoughts on it. It's just more of a, I've looked at it from time to time, and granted, it is incredibly cyclical. But
Jesus,
could it be where we're at the cycle that maybe things start getting around improving?
Lordy, what
Yeah,
happened?
it's ugly as hell. I think last I glanced at the most recent earnings, they basically blame tariffs. But again,
Wow.
this is a space though that I'll really want to try and put some effort into
We were
competitive analysis.
There was a time we were all into chemical investments, right? Like
Yeah,
two and
there
a half
was.
years ago, everyone
Yeah.
was talking about Dow, DuPont,
Yep.
LyondellBasell.
Yep.
Oh no, what was the other one? The one CEL, Celines or something. I think we had a lot of
Yeah.
us had shares of that. Yeah, I got to dig into
So,
this. I'm curious what
yeah,
happened,
because if it's like below price to book and as a cyclical, like
dude.
the previous
Yeah,
trailing PE is like blown up, maybe it's time to start,
look,
planning
because something like
some
this,
things
that
out.
probably you look at like historical ranges it's traded at, like, and book value.
Yeah,
If it's gotten
yeah,
that obliterated, it's like,
yeah,
oof. Hmm. Might be something good to look at.
yeah.
So,
Because
okay.
they slashed that dividend also,
Oh, they
like
did?
50. I think it was like 50% is
Oh!
what I saw some news outlets report. So this
Oh,
probably is going
no.
to be ugly for a while.
Oh, no. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll
So even if I
I'll
don't
dig
make a
into it
move,
now, I'm curious.
yeah, even if I don't make a move, like it'll be popcorn worthy.
I'm game. I'm in a good mood. Thanks for watching, all you people. Stay
Yep.
tuned for more random content from me, Capital Mindset. Jesse will be on there somewhere. So, Jesse's my quant.
I think they hired Jesse with in what was it called? Icom. Yeah, the weekly membership thing.
He's ours. You can't have him.
Yeah.
Fabio
He's been
blocks
acquired.
interviews. Jesse, people trying to interview Jesse. He's like, no,
Yeah, Jesse
not
has
my
been
quant.
acquired. Stone Cold Investors has been is now sits in goodwill.
Yeah, he's fishing in Montana, and he's like the guy that keeps Costco's internet backend together. As he's fishing in between it, he's like fixing their servers. So, it's funny.
Oh yeah,
He's way more. He's better at this than me and you combined, I think. So,
he's really good. Like I like his ideas and his ability to explain things as well as think things through. Not like even in areas that he's not an expert in.
he's talked me off the
It's
ledge
cool.
on ANET like 5 times, and then
Yeah.
TSSI. He's just like, yeah, it's $40 by the end of the year. I'm like, I'm not going to disagree with you. Give it a discount to 30. I'm going to buy contracts when it's $20. Let's go. It's so far doing all right.
Yep. Oh, Andrew even made a cameo.
Andrew.
Like tail end of this.
I'm sure they will be doing some stuff.
Oh
But
yeah.
I probably will talk if I do Cash Flow Kings, 90% sure I'm doing it Saturday.
Mhm.
Probably Probably talk NATO. I didn't want to talk about it tonight because I'll talk about
Hey, there you
NATO.
go. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to talk about KDEF because I don't know if that's still such a great opportunity as much. It's run so much already. And then some of the political concerns with the tariffs situation with South Korea, I don't know if that's such a good hold what I got, but I don't know
Mm.
about buying more at this point. I
Eh,
think NATO's fucking amazing. And I think that's a great thematic ETF.
I
So
I think you could mention KDEF on Cashflow Kings because like they give people enough time to like explain things through. So like if you wanted to, you could. Is what I'll say.
oh, it's dropping. No.
It's dropping.
There is I'm looking at a Indian drone company / military company right now.
Oh,
It is really hard to understand because I have to translate all their pages. And it
oh
doesn't
yeah,
always work
that's
well.
yeah,
And then they
yeah,
have international counting.
yeah.
So
Thanks, IFRS.
I don't know. I probably I can't. I find it hard to believe I'd buy it. It's kind of interesting. I'm not saying what it is. So
Because it's probably really small, even if
it's
it has
probably
run.
fucking terrible, but it's kind of interesting to read what they're doing because like the quantity of drones of the future, like America can't produce the drones that are going to be required to make like to expand what Pete Hegseth wants to do with the US military.
Yeah, all by
You can't do it
itself like that
domestically.
rapidly.
We're
Yeah,
going to have other avenues for drones production
yeah.
that they want to talk about. I'm like, well, okay, maybe there's Indian, and I really want to like that Turkish drone company, but man, I am not investing in Turkish currency.
It's and
That's the
to get
problem.
into that,
I'm
yeah,
not
like
the lear it's garbage currency. If they converted to the euro, like then we're talking.
yeah.
I want no part of any companies in Turkey. Like their currency could just fall. Well, it's already fallen off a cliff. You just can't.
See, EU bros, it always could be worse.
Yeah. They have some great I don't know if that's even on the
It is
table,
impressive. Yeah.
but Turkey really needs to get the euro freaking currency, get rid of their garbage liras. So, anyways, we rambled on enough. So,
Yeah.
thanks for watching, people, and we will see you later. And leave.
Now, Dan may have messed up on the exit because right now it's still live. I'll DM him. Hey, chat. How we doing?